Here again with Warren Martial Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm joined with one of my students, Joseph Gurry, and we're going to go over one of the most fundamental passes. It's the double under stack pass. This is the first pass I ever learned, and I think it needs to be the core of every passing game there is. It's not, it went away for a while, it's sort of coming back a little bit. The reason it's a fundamental pass is it's a very good control position pass, controls the hips very tightly, so it shuts down a lot of the game. So we'll talk a little bit about why I believe this pass is so good to learn and should be the first pass we learn. So we're going to talk about just the pass itself. So there's zero closed guard passes. Every pass you do is an open guard pass, meaning this guard is open, and the guard closed, sorry. I have to open it first. So that's a whole game in its own right. Once it's open, it is by definition an open guard. So every pass I'm ever going to do is actually an open guard pass. So we're just going to, for now, not deal with opening guard. We're just going to go with the actual stack pass itself. Okay, so the way I'm passing his legs, which is basically what his guard is. I can go under his legs, over his legs, around his legs, or through his legs. In this situation, I'm going to go under his legs. And I believe that you don't see this pass done as much anymore because it takes time to learn the correct ability to control your partner. And people kind of hit a wall where they're not that good at it, so then they just want to move on to a different pass. Yes, you want to have multiple abilities to pass in different directions, but I don't want to do it because I'm not good at one pass. I want to get very good at this pass to where it's almost impossible for him to stop, and if he does stop it, then I go to a different thing. Not, I sort of half try it, it doesn't work, I half try something else. So, why is this pass so powerful? Well, the two of the major movements he can do to have a good effective guard is to bridge and to shrink. If his feet are on the mat, he can do both. Okay, it's very easy for him to move his hips, and now once his hips move further away, in essence, so did my ability to pass. Okay. If he bridges, it's very hard for me to hold on to him. So if he can put his feet on the mat, that's a very strong way to do it. If he can put his feet on me, that also allows him to do it. Okay, so by being here and having his legs off the mat and off me, he can't post with his feet and he can't post with his knees. Here, okay? Now, just because he can't post with those, he can post with his calves. So if I'm like this, can you bridge your hips? Like drive it? Yes. So I don't want to necessarily be holding at the knee. I want to either hold low on the hip, or, we'll talk about this later, I'm going to be here, but I'm not going to give him the ability to close his foot to make a hook. Okay, I am going to be here, but I'm going to keep the legs straight where it's hard for him to lift his hips or shrink. Okay, so we don't want to be in the middle of his leg. If I'm here, and you close your legs down, just drop your feet, just on my right. Yeah, see, here. Okay, so we'll talk about that more as we go. Okay, so first we're just going to go over kind of the fundamentals. So first things, I don't want to fight with my arms. So when I come up, I want to bring his legs up on my shoulders. And I want to lock my hips, my arms low on his hips. I don't want to be here because it's too loose. He can bring his knee back in by shrinking. I'm low here. Now, I need to get his hips off the mat because if his hips are on the mat, he can put his feet on the mat potentially. Here. So I'm going to put my knees together and slide him into my lap. Here. Okay? My knees are open and he drops back down again. Okay? So we're here. Elbows are closed tight. I've got a gable grip, whatever grip you're comfortable with. Gable grip here. Now what I'm not going to do is reach. If I reach, okay, he can intercept his hand, he can open my elbow out. Here. I'm going to find the collar, low, put my hand above it, 4 fingers in, thumb in. I'm going to zip line my hand down as I come to my feet. When I do this, I want to karate chop him right on the V of his neck. I'm not reaching deep into the collar like trying to put my hand on the mat. Because look at my elbow, again, it's open, he can open it. If I do this, here my elbow stays closed. Okay? So we're here, I have this, he tries to move away, see I've got him locked in. I'm going to drive forward, and my hand zips in, and I close a tight fist. Now here's the big thing. His guard is structure and I'm using a structure. My structure is my posture. I want my back to be straight. I want my spine to be straight. If I round my back, I lose a lot of pressure on him, and I actually make myself easy to roll. You'll see kind of guys that round themselves and they'll drive, and they'll almost get rolled over. Because I'm so rounded and my hips are so high, I lose connection to the ground with my feet. Okay? So we're here. I catch. Now look, my back is straight, my head is up. If I keep my head down looking at him, can you clamp with this leg down? Yes. And if he can clamp with his leg down, it's going to make it hard to pass, as well as he can start pushing off this calf. Use your calf. Yes. Here. Okay. Or kicking me away. Okay. Because this is happening. So as I drive forward and I keep my head up, see how I'm actually on his calf? Now I'm on my feet, planting my feet, I'm on my toes, and my head is up. My hips are down, I'm not like this. I know there's a Merla Santana one, and that's based around being low, and that's perfectly good too, because I'm low, he can't kick me away. If I'm here, can he kick me away? No, his leg's too straight, he can't clamp down. So when I come forward, I got a good grip. I like to put my hand on the bicep for now. Now he tries to move, it's here. Elbows closed, here. Again, not here. Because when he clamps and I pass, yeah, it's just kind of annoying. Here. Now I'm going to walk to the side a little bit, and my hand is going to pass to his pants. I'm not coming in the middle, I'm coming just on the side here, right on his hip. And I'm still keeping my head up. I'm going to continue to walk around until I'm right here. Now, let's talk about this. I'm aiming for side control, which is my chest on his chest. Here. So what I want to do is when I drive forward, that initial drive forward, I want to put my chest directly over his chest. And I want to act like there's a bolt driven between our two chests. That is my pivot point, not my stomach or my solar plexus. You'll see a lot of people do that. They'll come here, and then they'll pivot on their stomach. And they'll end up way down here, kind of losing position. The other thing I want to make sure to do is not throw his legs off. I'm in no rush. Any space I give him is his friend, not mine. So I come here and then I throw the leg off. He's immediately get up this. Here. So I want to maintain as much contact with that leg as possible. So turn this way just a little bit. So you'll see when I get here, when I do this, it's just going to slide off. Okay. So, this way again. So when I do this pass, I'm here in the lat. My hips are down, my head is up. Not here. This is feel more pressure, right? Mm-hmm. I walk around. When I walk around, look, my feet do not come together and apart. Just like when we're doing our stance, we're moving footwork for boxing. I open and follow, catch the pants, open and follow. Now, from here, I'm going to bow my chest out, stick my head up and look to the left. I'm still a little connected. Now my elbow drops. My hand does not come over, giving him the chest foot and guard. So it's drop right next to his hip. I'm going to move a little bit more north-south. Turn this way. Okay, so we're here. This is where you're going to have the battle. He's going to try to move away. So right away, I'm catching, driving, not driving like this. Hips are low. My chest goes until it goes over his. You'll hear people say put your head over his, but if we have a difference in body length, that's not right. I want my chest over his, and that again is my pivot point. It's my chest. I also don't want to walk just to 40 or to the side. I'm going to go a little bit past side just to be safe. We're here. I walk around, catch the pants. We'll talk about that in a second. I bow my chest, turn. My knees do not drop. Here. Notice here I'm kind of pushing his arm out of the way. And I'm chest to chest. Let's see the head on that side. Knees together, giving him a ramp, catch. Don't open, don't punch to the ground. My hand when I do this is being mean. I'm punching, catch. The reason see if I'm down, he clamps. Head is up. I catch this by the hip, so that if I was having a little bit of trouble, I'll pull this hip. See how it turns his hips? Settle, here. Okay. So that's our basic double under stack pass. Now, in the middle there, I have a chance to do a choke that I learned from Greg Thompson, who in turn learned it from Hoist. I've seen Hoist do this choke many times. Okay, on this side. And it comes down to that position where I have my hand. Okay, and we're going to do a variation. We're going to stop kind of halfway in the pass. So I'm here, catch, hips are down, head is up. I walk around, I walk around, when I get to the side, my hand is on the hip. I'm going to drop my knee and post my other knee behind his lower back. Could you come around this side, please? Notice my knee is in front of my foot. I'm not like this, I'm angled like this, keeping him rolled up. My hand is in his collar. Here, this makes it impossible for him to roll out. If he tries to roll out, he'll choke himself. Here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to lift his hips and drop my elbow to the mat. And basically let him choke himself. So we're here. And notice, I'm keeping my head, my spine straight, but I'm locking that leg in, because he'll want to take that leg off to avoid the choke and give me the pass. That's okay. I'm not going to let him do it though. If he tries to take the leg off, look. Here, and then I just lift. Okay? So, you don't want him to pass. You don't want to pass. You want to make him beg you for the side control, to just take side control. So one more time on this side, head facing that way. We're here, I catch, close, I zip line. As I drive my body forward, I don't drive towards his head. Here. I catch, hold the arm. I walk around, catch the hip, walk around, bow my chest, look to the side, the hand slides right next to the hip, right here. And now we have our side control. And that's sort of the quick fundamentals of the double stack pass, why we do it, keep the guy's feet and legs off of us and off the mat where he can bridge or shrimp. Keep constant control of the hips, okay? And I think if you have any questions, of course, just contact me. And thank you again to Joseph Tickler.